Congratulations to the class of 2026 on the completion of your degrees. Every graduate of McMaster University is proudly welcomed as a member of the McMaster Alumni Association. Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast and every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world. Let's meet some of McMaster's outstanding alumni now, introducing some of the 2026 McMaster Alumni Association Award winners.
I think I did know myself really well. So what I would say to a lot of people who don't is, one is get to know yourself like holistically as well. And then the best advice that I was ever given that I love passing on to other people is find a mentor and be somebody else's mentor, no matter what stage you're at. Because if you're graduating, you can mentor somebody 2 years behind you, a year behind you, a high school student, but always be looking for somebody who is a few steps ahead of where you think you might want to get to, because they're the ones who are going to talk about you in rooms that you're not even in, and you have no idea where those kinds of loose ties are going to lead, because none of the jobs I've gotten in my entire career have come from an online portal. It's always a referral. It's a thing I didn't think I would ever fall into, and somebody was championing me, like, without me even knowing that it was happening.
Really reflect on your values and articulate your purpose. And what purpose is your why, right? It's kind of the reason you get up in the morning. It's the direction you move in life. And, when I look at people around me, and sometimes students in my classes, I see that there's there isn't this direction that they have. So I think we can benefit from thinking about purpose. Why are you here? What do you stand for? What's truly important to you? And I think when we reflect on these elements, it's easier to make decisions in life, right? If that is, the kind of work that you choose to do, paid or unpaid work, if there's an opportunity in front of you, it's easier to make the decision and to say yes to something if it aligns with your values and, what is important to you.
The best advice I would give is to really take the time to understand your story. You've been at McMaster, which is a globally renowned institution. Not only have you built an exceptional education, you've been able to have these lifelong experiences in the community you've been at through McMaster. And I've realized that you could come across many people that have the same degree, many people that have the same credentials, but what is the story behind your path? What is the information there? What is the unique path that has led you to be the person you are? And how can you speak to that when you're in positions, whether it's through entrepreneurship or whether you're applying for an interview or whether you're trying to get funding or whatever it may be? The more you understand your story, the more ownership you could take over where you're going, and the more power you have in terms of preparing for what the future may hold for you. Because I'm just starting to realize that after you leave university, the world is a place where you are competing with many people in ways you do and don't realize. And I'm really just starting to see that when you understand your story, you start to take a bit more ownership, and it helps you prepare for the things that, you inevitably can't prepare for life. So if you could listen from anything from my ramble, I would just say, continue to remember and honor your story, because you're carving a path that only you could take.
Give yourself grace. I know once you graduate, you feel perhaps the pressure and the stress of having to make something of yourself immediately after graduation. And while that career progression is important to ensure that there's not a huge gap between your schooling, and when you put yourself out into the field, give yourself grace to just immerse yourself and soak in the fact that you just accomplished something so amazing, and really sit and think, based on all these experiences, the knowledge and the skills that I've developed, what might be the best step forward that allows me to really not only express the creativity of the scholarship that I just had under my belt, but will also bring me joy. I think early on in my career, I was just so stressed stressed about getting a job. I didn't actually think about, do I want to do this? Is the day-to-day grind of doing this work, while it can be stressful, is it also finding pockets of meaningfulness and impact that allows me to stay in these spaces, for longer? So give yourself grace and time to think about, those things. And also don't be shy. Put yourself out there, practice really marketing yourself and working, that muscle. While that degree is very, very important, people are also going to want to know about you beyond this piece of paper and your academic grades. So start really thinking about how you market yourself, how you share your experiences and your stories, and get out there and network in community and in formal spaces as well too.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
One of my favorite memories at Mac was actually move-in day. I remember being super nervous to move in and make friends, and me and my roommate actually wandered around the halls hoping we'd find someone in there and just force them to be our friend. And it actually worked out, and we found our second year roommates that way.
I want to thank my parents and my family, because my parents have created this life for me that's made it all possible and why I'm here today. They made it so every goal was achievable, no dream was too big, and no love was limited for my brothers and I. And I also want to thank my brothers, because they paved the way as two older brothers to show me what life is like and kind of where I should go next. And they also made me tough enough to survive it, being two older brothers. So I want to thank them.
My favorite experience at McMaster was probably getting the unique opportunity to do brain cancer research under the supervision of Dr. Sheila Singh. I think this was something that was so unique, and getting the opportunity to contribute to research that can hopefully help patients one day was something that I'll never forget.
There are a couple people I want to thank. I think the first being my mother. Being able to study at McMaster, I was able to stay at home, and something that I really appreciate is that we honestly got this degree together. She was someone who always stayed up during the late hours when I was studying, always making sure I was well fed or there for me. I'd also love to thank my dad. I always say he's the best listening ears. He always had to hear me as I recited all my 2000 anatomy cards, so I really won't forget those moments. And I'd love to thank my older sister, and she always taught me to embrace who I am. I'd also love to thank two mentors who I discovered at my time at McMaster, Dr. Patricia Ferrugia, the Associate Dean of Indigenous Health within the Faculty of Health Sciences. She's someone who I got to really learn from and explore my interest in Indigenous health from my first to fourth year of university, and Hartley Jaffine, a facilitator within the Honors Health Sciences program, that taught me to really explore my interests within and outside the health sciences, including creative writing.
I would like to shout out the two most important people in my life, my parents, who gave up everything in their life to move us to Canada and get me to where I am today, graduating from McMaster University. Without them, I would not be where I am right now. I would also like to thank my family, who is back home watching me graduate right now. I would like to thank them for all their support and encouragement all the way from overseas.
One of my favorite memories from McMaster was giving campus tours. I remember being in those groups when I was considering attending McMaster, being unsure but also curious of what would be coming. And it has been a super full circle moment to be able to support students and guide their journeys. And it has really shaped my perspective on community as well as growth in my time here.
I'd love to express my sincere gratitude to my family. Thank you, Amma, Appa, Akka, as well as Arati, Jemson, Roshan, and my whole extended family and cousins. Thank you for your support and for believing in me. I wouldn't be here without you. I would also love to thank my supervisor, Dr. Joan Krupinski, for giving me this project, for believing in me. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank my parents for everything that they've done for me. I truly wouldn't be here without them. They've been here through the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And if it weren't for them, I would never have accomplished the things that I have. And for that, I want to say I love you and I thank you.
I'd like to shout out my parents, my mama and baba. Thank you for being my rocks throughout my journey over here at McMaster. Graduating to me is more than just a diploma. It is proof that your sacrifices were worth it. You left your lives behind and you sacrificed your dreams so I would have the best chance at fulfilling mine. I'd also like to shout out my sisters and my friends, from late nights studying in Thode to getting a sweet treat to celebrate after, You guys are all the reasons why I'm here today.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Surprise! I just wanted to thank you so much for everything that you've done for me throughout the years, and that is one of the main reasons why I'm standing here today. Hi, Nana. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Papa. I also wanted to thank you for all the love and support that you guys have given me throughout my life. And Grandpa, I know that you can't be here today, but I know that you're cheering me on from above.
One thing that I remember very, very clearly is the use of the boat all throughout my 4 years. I remember in my second year how my friend and I, we would go into that boat, we'd have like little improv sessions. There would be people that would pass by and they'd giggle, and you know what? Honestly, I'm glad that they had some fun watching our improv sessions. But aside from that, we were always there talking, wasting our time or using up our time until it was time for class. So definitely our time at the boat. Yeah, that was great.
My favorite memory would have to be from first year. So my friends and I had this little tradition where after every midterm we'd go to Centro to grab ice cream. And although it wasn't anything big, it kind of just made the stress of school feel lighter, and it helped me realize that I had friends who were going through this journey with me as well.
Someone I'd like to shout out would first of all be my mom, whose home-cooked meals are what got me through exam season. I'd like to thank all of my professors for answering all of my panicked emails I'd send at 1 a.m. And lastly, I'd like to thank my friends for being willing to take a random walk with me around campus whenever I felt like I couldn't focus at the library.
Opportunity.
Second home.
Enriching.
Personal growth.
Strength. Grateful.
Transformative.
Rewarding.
Opportunity.
Bright.
Perseverance.
Confidence building.
Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2026. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make your unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
they're good to go in the hallway. Okay. Yeah. If that's what that means, then great. And there's the baby.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession. I declare the 675th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Maureen MacDonald, Provost and Vice President Academic. This afternoon, I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduands and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations, and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of the agreement, which urge for peaceable sharing of Earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only a small step on our shared path to reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation amongst the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some of the notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Dr. Nicholas Brathwaite. President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Susan Tai. Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic. Vice Provost, International Affairs, Dr. Bonnie Ibawa. Vice Provost, Equity and Inclusion, Dr. Barrington Walker. Associate and Assistant Deans, Chairs, faculty members, and honored guests. We will open and close the ceremony with the Thanksgiving address. In Haudenosaunee cultures, it is common for a speaker to stand and recite words of acknowledgement and thanks when people come together for important matters. In the Mohawk language, this is known as Ohondo Gully Hatekwa, the words that come before all else. In the Cayuga language, it is called Ganyohanyok, or the Thanksgiving Address. Both are sometimes known as greetings to the natural world. These are ancient words that are intended to remind all of those in attendance that as a group of people, we are to warmly greet one another and collectively give thanks to all the elements that have made it possible for us to be well on this earth. This shared activity of hearing and listening is said to create feelings of good-mindedness in our daily interactions with one another, and asks us to be active participants in maintaining this state of being. If you are interested in reading an English translated version of the address, please follow the link in your program to the celebration website. Following the Thanksgiving address, Dr. Sarah Anderson, Associate Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, will provide welcoming remarks. I would like to now call upon Derek Sandy, Knowledge Keeper, to deliver the Thanksgiving address. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this great ceremony today. And that one and was so went that I'm going to dock to hold what need on a guy when dock now do what the get to go on. Down and down again go dance what town see you sky white go habado. Nay and way for canto, some go a so some go we go on. Nay always out scan no do not done. Nay and way hickey hot scar and why, yeah, who got nigo. Scar did what no hanyo, nay to gain your took now, who got nigo. And on in a hand or tro, we saw home Wednesday. Now don't know how did one hook quite nay, so home the young Westy dog a rock went. Nay all hand at the whole dance a go home. Grief one excano, not on yacht now what near the targets. Nay, nay, and what away a noni, now, dear Tina Honyo, so home Wednesday, don't know how did one hook quite nay to gain your took now, who got nigo. And on in a hand or tro, we now had your when grog, eh, nay, to go, no, not go to hound, no. And and what away a noni, na did one horn, yo, na on one gruff, no, na go to now. On a good song, need to gain your talk now, I'm going to go. And on in a hand war tro, we now on a ganoski hand in yo, no water, no, gonna die, yo, nay, got to go on a sake. Nay, now, hand at the how that's a go horn. Nay, and what away a noni, na did one horn, yo. Nay, only no snake to gain your talk now, I'm going to go. And on in a hand war tro, we now goodin, yo, goody ducks on gates, nay, get a on gates, nay, go to go and hang now. Now, oh, what up. And they and what away and on, now did one horn, yo, now goodin, yo, goody ducks on gates, they get a on gates, nay to gain your talk now, I'm going to go. And on in a hand war tro, we now. Och då det no ni godi sa det har doni när går det gå en heg när vakta ner till gan jag tack när han går ni gå and on in där hand var tro vi när så går det att träna igen hekko sätt ni gent någon det nej och han det har det så går hon nej and då det var ju någon när det till någon när så går det att träna igen hekko sätt ni gent någon det nej till gan jag tack när han går ni gå and on in där hand var tro vi na deal away na o da on hadios to ne na gri and way one egg na scan on and you the way ne na and the way no ni did one hon yo deal away ne to gan ya talk na han what ni go and on na hand wa tro we na so how and that's how and that na hoi ho kasan gwan ho dai ho no touch ni gi sa na ho and he ne get do na he got question it ko ha de one the gi so ti so di ti no ko Nei hadi ha wis na ne negonos. Nei and what away no ni na diti no hanyo na hega question it ko hadi one of the gates at so diti no qua. Nei to gani a talk na one go. And on in a hand wa tro, we na de ka ga qua gates was can get to go. Was it what the said one on qua. Nei and what away no ni na the said one on hanyo and de ka ga qua gates was can get to go. Was it what the said one on qua. Nei to gani a talk na one go. And on in a hand wa tro, we nanny was so a car neat dog, it's a tea, so did you know qua. Nay, not nay down on that, how that's a going on. Nay, and what away and on in that, the tea no on, so a car neat dog, it's a tea, so did you know qua. Nay, to gain your talk now, going to go. And on in a hand wa tro, we now just some dasher sank go here dog, a tea, so did you know qua. Nay, now not nay down on that, how that's a going on. Nay, and why one egg now scan, no, do not on your now. One egg the targets. Nay, and what away no, nay, now did you know, no, just some dasher sank on here dog, tea, so did you know what? Nay, to gain your talk now, and what go. And on in a hand and watch row, we now said we'll go on, that's gonna die. Oh, ho on, touch what's out. Nei do sa hai hoi twatsa now song go ya hen go hen do how much the nyongi. Nei na do the way no ni disabana honyo sabago ba nes gonna die yo nei tigani talk na hangwa ni go. And on ni na hen do our tro we na ge nyong go da ge hadio hya kyo no na di ki anya do. Nei ne on go da swi o do gaskan no do no tanyo. Nei na do the way no ni na di ti no honyo ge hen no hadio hya kyo no di ki anya do nei tigani talk na hangwa ni go. And on in a hand or true, we now ha get going here, they have not great some great addition. Nate son to send, don't Nate scan, no, I do not done yet. Nate na, ungo drop sweet, oh, dog, guess na, do how we now have the need don't shut. Nate na agree when Nate scan, no, so not done yet, now what need of targets. Nate na do the way no need, now the said one on you, now go here, they had drop some great addition, Nate again, your talk now, and what go on. Don't it turn the God, Queenie, eager, guy get that good on you, don't it? Yahweh.
Chancellor Brathwaite, President Tai, Provost McDonald, faculty, guests, and most importantly, graduands. I am absolutely delighted to welcome all of you on this very special occasion. Graduands, it's wonderful to look out and see your smiling faces. You have so much to be proud of. You've come a long way. You've spent countless hours working on assignments, studying for exams, and probably collaborating with capstone group members in THODE on really interesting and innovative projects. And while managing this really heavy workload, many of you have also pursued co-op positions, participated in clubs or teams, or been involved with your communities in other ways. And all of this, every challenge, every moment that you have had to push through has prepared you incredibly well. You are absolutely ready for what comes next. The world that you're stepping into is big. It's very complex, and it's changing rapidly, sometimes in some pretty scary ways. So, how can we meet the challenges that this new world brings us? As I thought about this question, a story came to mind that I want to share with you today from a podcast that I listened to recently. It was an interview with the siblings, Dario and Daniela Amodi, who are the co-founders behind the AI company Anthropic. They shared their story of being offered a major contract by the Pentagon for $200 million, but it came with the condition of unrestricted access to their technology, including autonomous weapons with no human oversight. This crossed a line for the co-founders and for the leadership of Anthropic. They said no. It was a difficult decision, but in the end, despite putting the very existence of their company at risk, they agreed that they could not act against their values. And so they didn't. Today, the company is thriving. They followed their values, and it was the right path. You will face similar, very difficult decisions in your careers. We all do. Your chosen fields in engineering are not just careers. These are callings. And at their core, they exist to serve society, to solve very complex and difficult challenges, to improve lives, and to make the world a better place. To be able to do that well, you need empathy, to understand the people and the communities that you are serving. You need creativity and ingenuity to imagine solutions that don't yet exist. And you will be held accountable to your colleagues, to your clients, and to society. These are profoundly human qualities. While AI is a powerful tool and you will absolutely need to use it, no algorithm has empathy, no model has a conscience, and no machine can be held accountable. As you go out into the world, lead with your humanity. Lead with your values. Be innovative, be ambitious, and be bold. And when you're faced with the hard decisions, and I promise you that you will be, if you follow your values, you will always be on the right path.
I would now like to welcome Dr. Susan Tai, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium to present the graduates to Chancellor Nicholas Brathwaite for admission to their degrees. Dr. Tai.
Graduates, if you are able, please stand. Chancellor Brathwaite, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them. And I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduates, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to the individual degrees at McMaster University with all rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I now ask that each of you join me on stage so that the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster community of scholars.
Honoured guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Brathwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
Baishaki Deb Nath.
Aniakon Efiong Essien. Sara Hemati. Jingli. Ghazal Saed. Ali Salah Salah, Ali Shahabuddin. Yuwu Zahao Yan. Masume Arabi. Rashad Arfin. Abu Ilyas Faisal.
Run Chan Leon. Mahtab Tahiri. Sadra Tabakolian. Ali Tarabi. Yasaman Torebi. Hanjo. Fahmida Azmi. Paramita Bhattacharya.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Applied Science.
Sarah Hamed. Yetavin Satanenden. Hossein Al-Bakri. Golab Kanti Day. Mohammed Haidari. Desuri Parasari Indikatia. Saida Fahmida Kaiser. Parham Kazemi. Marwan Nakpour. Mina Namati Andus. Tara Rajavi Neja. Vasavi Sai Selam. Yucheon Tian. Lai Shu.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Engineering.
Ziad Abo El Wafa.
Prithvi Sanjay Kumar Desai.
Alexander Husick. Yifei Ye.
Rida Preen Chinadurai. Siwan Dung. Hanyang Huang.
Shiva Rabiyan.
Karan Karthik Reddivari. Sogol Tavusi.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Management.
Kushi Akbari.
Mohammed Alaildin Ali.
Peter Beneviat.
Hanwei Wu.
Liam Tanner Brennand. Charlotte Lynn Casey. Oleg Danchuk. Pavleen Singh Datla. Mohammed Ayad Deeb.
Dylan Robert Charles Delahaye.
Oren Anthony D'Souza.
Gabriela Jedua Efa Wiafe. Ahmed El Barberi.
Mohammed El Sayed. Stephen Francis Erickson. Timothy Adam Gali. Nariman Ahmad Othman Hassan.
Shara Hermes. Kyle William Hillock.
Arib Jamal. Maria Marta Kopistansky.
Ivan Joseph Lang.
Chengdong Liu. Mateo Jonathan Lonardi. Sharif Fadi Nakhla. Ayokunne Oluwani. Burhanuddin Kadir. Zohaib Mohammed Quraishi. Ali Raza. Nelson Joseph Sam. Khalid Shaheen. Paul Shinoda.
Hussein Shireen.
Ibrahim Siddiqui. Raul Singh Sidhu.
Harry Kashan Tyaswaran. Pratika Thavakandan.
Joel Tunikaitis. Anosan Uthaya Kumar. Matthew Joseph Vesnever. Daniel Way. Caroline Ann Whitcomb.
Yuhan Xiang.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Society.
Arjun Bhatia. Andrea Yonel. Aliyah Fatima Karim. Anissa Kotecha, Matthew Lawrence Leck, Anna Leuprecht,
Kennard Reja Liu,
Sean Matthew McCafferty, Shayla Smits McCune,
Dominic Thomas John Mote, Aryan Nayak,
Mariam Salim, Jasmine Gloria Page Smith, Yasmin Souza, Rebecca Street, Olivia Catherine Grace Wiper, Ethan Christian Zamora,
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Biomedical Engineering.
Hadil Abu Jazar, Rawan Abu Shaira, Razin Abu Shaira, Aisha Adil, Alicia Vittoria Agostini, Gaith Alderbashi,
Avni Amin, Sophia Despina Aslanides,
Anthony Italian,
Ikra Amjed Awan,
Michna Gabriel Balan, Saranch Betty, Scott Ryan Berman, Joshua Campbell,
Shamira Sadishan, Lucian Chang,
Lauren Choi,
Kailin Chu,
David Chung, Melanie Chung,
Olivia Edina Cerrone,
Sarah Catherine Brosh Cushney,
Melena Lorene Del Grosso,
Ethan Noah Diana, Brennan Gabriel DeVito, Judy Dong, Riley Ashwin Dowd, Kieran DeSena, Jonathan Garfield D'Souza, Amr Mohammed El-Zawawi, Mary Alexandra England, Mark Fahmy, Liam Paul Fitzhenry, Charlotte Ann McElwraith Fleet,
Jaden Anthony Garces,
Chris Thomas George, Megan Elizabeth Graham, Ali Hamade, Zachary James Hod, Emma Hoagland, Hadi Ibrahim,
Yusian Zhang, Jonathan Jiang,
Nabil Yusuf Johnny, Yulia Kamensky, David Karam, Christopher Vincent Katopo, Rita Nadim Khan, Maliha Dara Khan Collins, Alexander Ryan Kim, Minjae Kim, Harleen Clare, Dorian Daniel Knight. Anjali Kosuri. Vaibhav C. Kotian. Serena Lamb.
Veronica Carolina Larasabal Sea. Darren Jiayang Lee. Kenan Liu. Rady Liu.
Jessica Lund. Abigail Simpson MacDonald. Jayla Malcolm.
Hamna Aisha Malik. Veronica Leocadia Morocco. Yash Mataru.
Lauren McCrae. Lauren Alexandra McLennan. Madison Hope Menezes.
Julia Morris Chafies.
Benjamin Joseph Motts.
Shogi Najef Tumurei. Laksha Nandakumaran.
Nishkriya Nataraja Babu.
Noah Christopher Limhenko Onkeko.
Alex Daniel Willett.
Arti Patel.
Alyssa Prue. Tony Chien. Skylar Rajasingham. Natalie Reed. Felicity Allegra Orthner Rugard. Luca Bastones Kinga.
Caroline Grace Sagan. Abika Celia.
Aruka Celia. Frank Wolfgang Serafino. Aiden Calvin Yoshihiro Simpson. Kelsey Lynn Smart. Janani Sridev. Sharanya Srirangam. Kyle Michael St. Louis.
Sri Suresh Kumar. Sana Tayabali.
Ella Thompson.
Arissa Tiu. Connor William Took. Ali Umar.
Ashwin Unithan.
Alexander Petrovich.
Audrey Vieira. Rhiannon Vu.
Michelle Wanis.
Nicole Louise Lenarduzzi Watson. Vanessa Michaela Ann Winnie.
Jocelyn Mengxuan Xu. Xin-Chi Yan.
Xiao Yang. Sola Claire Yatim.
Ying-Chi Ye.
Audrey Young. Declan Anthony York. Michaela Danielle Young. Ariana Zaringhalam.
Helena Jeha.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Health Sciences.
Yazdan Ahmed.
Aisha Arvikar. Fariha Asna.
Shobiga Bhuvanendran.
Alessia Julia Filipazzo. Carmen Kalo. Ethan Daniel Coe. Crystal Simone Kwok.
Fan Xiao Liu.
Ryan Liu.
Irma Lozica.
Dominic Faustino Madulid.
Karunyan Matharanayagam.
Emma Mawad.
Hassan Mirza.
Olivia Laura Parpura. Artish Sadish.
Eric Schellen.
Serena Rose Stoddart.
Rory Ariel Sukharov Gluck.
Maya Isabel Thomas.
Charles Alexander Tenard.
Derek Wu. Daniel C. Faith Yuchi.
Cassie Zhang.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences.
Raina Nelson.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering.
Sabir Hussein Abbasi. Lalwa Abdulazim.
Ala Abdel Salam.
Omar Abdul Rahman. Rakin Ahmed.
Afan Wakar Ahmed.
Maisha Asan. Shakir Ridwan Alam.
Bisma Ali.
Haya Al-Salihi. Christine Al-Shahade. Devin Connor James Andrews. Danielle Mohammed Arif. Khalid Arkan. Tiba Arkin. Musa Askari. Tony Assad. Arya Babayi.
Sukamrit Singh Babra.
Abdurrahman Mahad Baid. Harsimran Singh Bajwa. Prabha Bala. Viraj Girish Bain. Preet Batra. Kathleen Margaret Beckenhauer. Tristan Daphne Bethune. Ishan Bardawaj. Yash Vinod Patia. Eric Spencer Boardman. Ella Roseborn. Sukraj Singh Brach.
Andrew John Bronsema.
Avery James Brzezowski Greenwood. Liam Burke.
Danik Mucho Butera.
Gavin Peter Cabral. Johnny Kai.
Wen Jian Tai.
Christian Luis Carlos. Diego Antonio Castaneda. Ashley Francis Chan.
Denial Chia.
Takrim Ahmed Chima. Isaac Charles Huelma Chen. Z Chen. Chirag Singla. Nicholas Cinco.
Ashley Sheila Crabtree.
Shu Dai.
Clara Jean Devang.
Kelly Deochand. Olivia Rose De Simone.
Adishri Devakar. Judy Pauline DiVincenzo.
Luis Manuel Do Carmo Giovanetti. Huner Singh Dogra. Nikayla Denisha Karima Donalds O'Brien. Joshua Coleman Dorland.
Andrea Evelyn D'Souza. Rayan El Ahmed.
Matthew El Shaluhi. Amin Elmen Kabadi.
Nora Elsabeg.
Brandon English. Alina Eslami.
Ariba Faisal.
Hanan Fang. Caden Ferguson.
Brynja Azalea Fernando.
Matthew D. Ferreira.
Pedro Ferro Cordero.
Luca Michael Fiore. Stephen David Foster. Rui Hong Fu.
Spring Rayhan Fu. Charlotte Funnacotter. Someshwar Ganesan. Danojan Ganeshalingam.
Monica Fu. Uday Singh Garcha.
Joshua Bailey Germana.
Sarbjot Singh Gotra. Nicholas Michael Gian Cristiano. Orion Jenny Ying Rice Grace. Yuefan Gu.
Ryan Gumahung.
Lucas Michael Haber. Donna Hamawi. Parver Singh Hare.
Anna Elizabeth Herlihy.
Christopher Matthew Hoftheiser.
Yamin Hawk.
Aaron Nabucco House. Talal Ramez Mamdou Hussein.
Saliha Hussein. Ethan Tian Huynh.
Rachel Ipe. Shayan Ishtiaq. Fatima Ali Jaffrey.
Zavi Fatima Jawed.
Mark Jonathan. Byron Douglas Yuzipovich.
Lori Eliana Joykaran. Eric Jung.
Joy Jeffrey Justin. Defne Kahraman. Warren Kevin Kaminga.
Venkat Murali Kanagaraja Murali.
Alexandra Markela Karabas. Tom Anto Karuna Kal.
Shreya Kaushik.
Parker Patrick Kelly.
Sean Kara.
Yusra Khan. Daniel Kogan. Aithia Kompella. Justin Kuhn Kuhn. Saikura.
Jazem Carey B. Labyrinthos.
Khoja Mohammed Maham Labib.
Ha Le.
Junseok Lee. Chi-Ting Lee. Joshua Cao Tat Lim Hao. Chris Liu. Hairong Liu. Sebastian Lopez. David Antonio Lopez Adan. Siegfried Lubello. Helen Liu. Monica Mahout. Nicholas Benjamin Mayer. Danilo Malovich. Ryan Gabriel Mancera. Edward James Manning. Thomas Daniel Matzel.
Ola Nicole Matea. Aisha Memon.
Brent William Menhir. Sartek Mida. Carl Mystery. Abdullah Muhammad Akram. Louisa Ann Mueller.
Shafi Nadim.
Kevin Nurin Theron. Gokul Nath. Michael K. Nelson.
Paul Nguyen.
Danielle Nori Zadev. Dennis David Penamgudin. Yashbir Singh Panu. Holly Parrish. Disha Patel.
Kanishk Patel.
Kushi Patel. Marissa Patel. Mehdiya Elias Patel. Shrey Patel. Soham Patel. Vraj Patel. Tisuka Pereira. Aiden Pettit. Tim Vinod Phillip. Emilia Pisic. Adam Ali Puna. Muhammad Qasim. Lerong Chi. Curtis Mitchell Quasdorf.
Awes Korban.
Ashvin Raghunathan.
Mahira Rahman.
Kush Rana,
Jashanjot Singh Randawa,
Richa Rani, Fatima Rao, Ezra Rasa,
Oishi Ray,
Christopher Andrew Reimer, Saman Raze,
Miloš Roknic,
Ryan Alexander Romao Pinacho, Qasim Saidet, Darvin Sabri, Mitchell William Paul said, Parsa Salamatian, Alexandra Nicole Salvino, Ahmed Naveed Samin,
Jaskirat Singh Sandhu, Susan Quetzali Santillan, Omar Sartaj,
Habiba Mustafa Syed,
Sude Sayan,
Erica Maria Shabel, Andrew Michael Shear, Boran Sekin, Angeline Kristen Segado, Arnur Sekin, Artie Sood Sethi, Ermina Shadab, Aum Shah, Munib Shah,
Mustafa Shahid, Anisa Maria Sheikh, Nimrat Kaur Sheiko, Saif Khalid Shamas,
Ali Sharik, Joe Shen,
Cameron Rayo Shishis,
Isaac Shung, Hamza Siddiqui, Gurjap Singh Sidhu, Shardia Nahal Singh, Tanvir Singh, Michael John Christopher Skinner, Karina Lucia Skoko, Manjot Singh Sodhi, Yuna Song, Oliver Take, Emre Tan, Joel Tang,
Ushna Tariq, Nazifa Tasneem,
Ninad Thakur, Isaac Thomas,
Vineet Kumar Tyagarajan,
Jack Tipper,
Stephen Joseph Tosti,
Tamarebi Oluwase Funmi Tuatonga, Joshua Lewis Umansky, Davies Enobong Umo, William Van,
Shaurya Verma, Nicole Vilyaspin,
Kavish Wadeira, George Wagi Wahpa, Janet Y, Junhao Wang,
Wendong Wang,
Zahan Wang. Clarissa Marie White.
Kyler George Newtell Whitvode. Matthew Paul Voloshinsky.
Wayne Wong. Adam James Woodard. Yuhong Wu. Qi Shangxia.
Jason Xie.
Dominique Jia Rui Xu. Yue Xu. Jiayi Yang. Varuni Yathavan. Kyle Kazuma Yoshimochi.
Zohair Zahid.
Sophie Jang. Xinyi Zhou. Sarah Ann Zamparelli. Hala Ibrahim Alzobi.
Asiya Saber.
Tanbir Singh Batan. Treeman Singh Pasin. Aya Wael Dabag. Adina Dawood. Shafwan Fahim.
Aya Hijazi.
Kevin Lee.
Hara Nuruddin. Manat Pal Singh.
Aryan Korana.
Chancellor Braithwaite, may I present to you the following graduate diploma graduate.
Alona Boyko.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of the newest graduates. To close our ceremony, we will first hear the valedictory address, followed by the presentation of awards, the President's address, closing remarks from the Chancellor, and finally the closing address from our Knowledge Keeper. I would now like to introduce Kiran Desena, a graduate of the degree Bachelor of Engineering, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Good afternoon to Chancellor Braithwaite, President Teig, Provost McDonald, Dr. Hranlovich, and Dean Sheardown. Good afternoon to our friends, our family, and faculty. And of course, the reason we're all here, good afternoon to my fellow graduates of the class of 2026. We made it! Yeah. Some of us took 4 years. Some of us took 5. Some of us wisely stopped counting. My journey at McMaster began 22 years ago. When I was 2 years old, I was diagnosed with blood cancer, and I was treated right here at McMaster Children's Hospital. After 3 years of treatment, the cancer was gone, but my body hated goodbyes. See, my heart had calcified around the tube used to administer my treatment, and the only option was a risky surgical procedure. The best and brightest pediatric surgeons in Ontario fed a wire through a vein in my upper thigh, snared the clot in my right atrium, and removed it. Through what can only be described as a miracle, I came out the other end with minimal lasting effects. What the pediatric surgeons didn't realize was although they removed the clot, deep inside the walls of my heart, they had left something else behind. They had left behind a story, etched in deeper than any wire could reach, that I would spend the next 2 decades convincing myself I already knew the ending to. In 2020, I came back to McMaster to become a doctor. The iBiomed program felt like the closing bracket. McMaster had played a large part in saving my life, and McMaster was where I'd learned to save others. In my second year, I tracked down Dr. Uma Athale, the pediatrician largely responsible for my care, and in many ways, for my survival. She told me something I wouldn't forget. The most dangerous thing a person can do is confuse gratitude with purpose. Pursuing a career out of obligation rather than passion is the longest way to end up in the wrong place. For the first time, I put the story down and I looked around. Towing the line between health science and engineering, I thought back to those design submission nights. 4 of us on a call, 10 minutes to midnight. Lon Kappa, the comments section, buzzing with remarkable intellectual discourse. Shut down by the physics department for their own protection. Child's math at 2 in the morning, fingers trembling on the 3rd and final attempt. My classmates hyping me up in my ear. Problem set after problem set, Najat lecture after Najat lecture. These were the memories I held most dear. The crucible of first year had chewed us up and spat us out as one. We always had each other's backs. At any hour of the day or night, a Mac Eng student would always show up for another Mac Eng student. How could it not have been obvious that this is where I belonged? Class of 2026. In the 5 years since I committed to engineering, I have witnessed our community perform nothing short of miracles. I joined the McMaster Design League as a square peg in a round hole, an engineering physicist trying to be a mechanical engineer. But I wasn't shut out. I was welcomed with open arms. Because McMaster Engineering is inclusive. A year later, when the Design League's entire senior team graduated and left nothing but a junior bench, they didn't miss a beat. Because McMaster Engineering is full of problem solvers. How could I not be proud when I sat in Hatch as a club lead, hearing that Mars rover team finished 1st in Canada and 4th in the world? Hearing Baja secure 1st in suspension at SAE Williamsport. How could I not be proud when the McMaster Quantum Club hosted the world's first quantum hardware hackathon, garnering international attention, when the whole club was nothing but a concept 3 years prior? My heart swells with pride as I look back at all the incredible milestones we have accomplished together these past few years, and I can say with full confidence that I wouldn't have it any other way. To the 1,400-some Faculty of Engineering graduates walking out of here today, you have earned that title. And with it comes the obligation. If you wear the ring, you know the obligation. But Dr. Athale's words have never left me, and I'd like them to stay with you too. The obligation tells you what you must do, but your passion explains why you're standing here today. Your passion is the reason you got back on your feet time and time and time again. The world doesn't just need engineers. The world needs engineers with that fire in them. Engineers willing to attempt the impossible, like navigate rovers across deserts or launch satellites into orbit or build quantum systems that have never existed before. Class of 2026, I could go on and on with these examples of how I think you will all change the world, of how I think you will all solve these problems. But instead, I'm going to leave the proofs as an exercise for the Faculty of Engineering graduate Congratulations, everyone.
The Governor General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards a student in Canada can receive. Established in 1873, this honor recognizes exceptional academic achievement at the high school, collegiate, undergraduate, and graduate levels. Each year, McMaster awards just 3 Governor General's academic silver medals to the students at the university who have achieved the highest academic standing at the undergraduate level. Earning this accolade not only places this year's recipients among the top students to graduate from McMaster, it places them among the top students in all of Canada. On behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Louise Arbour, it gives me great pride to present the Governor General's Academic Medal to Haiti Ibrahim. Chancellor Brathwaite, I ask that you and all of those present join me to express recognition of his achievement. What an important day for everyone in this auditorium and those watching online. For those who are graduating, this is a time of transition, reflection, and anticipation. On behalf of McMaster University, congratulations. You have earned this day. Convocation gives us a time to pause in a world that rarely slows down. It is a moment to look back at who you were when you first arrived on campus and to appreciate how far you have come. It is a moment to look forward with confidence and purpose to the next stages of the life you are shaping. Today, you leave McMaster not just with a degree, but with an education grounded in curiosity, integrity, resilience, and caring for the world around you. Your McMaster education is distinctive. It has been shaped by our setting on an especially beautiful corner of Hamilton. It has been influenced by the university's ideal scale, big enough to matter, yet small enough to be familial, and by its history and traditions, including the understanding that effective learning is active and collaborative. During your time here at McMaster, you may have noticed a building at the corner of Sterling and Forsyth, which is home to the Bertrand Russell Research Center and Archives. Russell was a British philosopher, mathematician, and peace activist who earned the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1950. He was a celebrity in his own right who influenced the Beatles and Muhammad Ali. Russell often wrote and spoke about education. He said, "As education is not to be viewed as something like filling a vessel with water,
but rather assisting a flower to grow in its own way. This is how we've tried to shape your education at McMaster. We did not ask you simply to absorb information. We asked you to find it, test it, synthesize it, challenge it, and apply it. Just as important as the work you did on your own, you also learned with one another, in labs, on team projects, and in other group settings. You learned that complex problems demand diverse perspectives, and the more durable solutions emerge when we listen as carefully as we speak. At McMaster, engineering teaching and research in materials, automotive technology, medical devices, infrastructure, nanotech, nuclear energy, and many other fields is rooted in a simple but powerful question. How can we apply scientific and mathematical principles to solve real-world problems? In learning how to solve practical problems safely and efficiently, you have developed technical, analytical, and critical thinking skills that you can apply for decades to come. None of this came easily. Your years as McMaster students have unfolded in an era characterized by uncertainty and rapid change. You navigated academic pressure, the end of a pandemic emergency, global instability, shifting technologies, and evolving expectations of what the future might look like. You adapted, you persisted, you supported one another. In doing so, you demonstrated a quality that matters as much as intelligence or skill: resilience. As you move into your next chapters, I encourage you to remember that the most meaningful successes are rarely individual achievements. They come through relationships, collaboration, and trust. Today, you join a global network of over 250,000 McMaster alumni, including leaders in almost every field imaginable. They are engineers, researchers, educators, artists, clinicians, advocates, public servants, entrepreneurs, and innovators. What connects all of you is not just a shared institution, but a shared mindset, a willingness to think deeply, act ethically, and improve the world. Our world needs your ideas, your energy, your passion, and your sense of responsibility. As graduates, you are ready to make a positive impact, not because you have all the answers, but because you know how to ask better questions and where to look for the answers. You'll know when you've found those answers because you understand evidence and context, and because you have learned to adapt when circumstances change. These are the enduring strengths of a McMaster education, and they will serve you in any path you choose. Some of you are stepping into careers you have envisioned for years. Others are still exploring and discovering. Both are normal and acceptable at this time in life. Life after graduation is not a straight line. It is a series of experiments, refinements, and sometimes reinventions. I want you to have the confidence that you will use the skills you have developed here, perhaps in ways you're not expecting. As you move through your lives, I encourage you to remain open to new ideas, to new people, and especially to learning that continues long after your formal education ends. I encourage you to remain curious, to stay engaged, and to take risks. When challenges arise, as they will, remember that overcoming difficulty is a sign of growth. I hope you feel a sense of responsibility to your families, to your friends, your communities, your colleagues, and our society. Before I close, I want to acknowledge the family members, partners, friends who stand with you today. Their support, encouragement, sacrifice, and belief have helped bring you to this moment. I want to thank our faculty and staff for their dedication to teaching, research, mentorship, and student success. And to you, our graduates, I want to thank you for choosing McMaster and for shaping this institution with your talent and spirit. Whether your path takes you across the globe or keeps you close to Hamilton, McMaster will always be part of your story, and you will always be part of ours. I hope you'll stay connected and be proud you studied here. Never underestimate the value of your education and the difference you can make. The future is yours to shape. Go forward with confidence and compassion and keep on learning. I'm proud of you. We are proud of you. Thank you.
I think we should show our graduates a little bit more love and make some noise. You know, I actually have a script here I'm supposed to say, but I'm going to deviate just a little bit if you would allow me. First of all, congratulations, class of 2026. And what I'm going to deviate and say is, you know, the headlines today should say something like, McMaster just graduated 1,500 engineers, and the world is going to be a better place because of it. As a McMaster alum, I could not be more proud, but also more excited to see how some of you guys will impact this world. Because in my experience, having worked with thousands of engineers, and I admit I'm biased, but the best engineers come from McMaster University. We are so proud of you, and so proud to welcome you into the alumni family of McMaster. To our award recipients, congratulations. The award recipient in this particular case. It was really nice meeting you, and I look forward to seeing what you will do next. President Tai, thank you for that inspiring speech. And that valedictorian, that was pretty incredible, man. You sounded like you've done this like for 20 years. That was really good. Thank you for sharing that story with us and for inspiring all of us with it. Graduates, I encourage you to take into your hearts the words from both your colleague and President Tai and take them with you as you take your next steps. My very best wishes are with each of you for success, fulfillment, and continued discovery in the years ahead. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. That's awesome. You did awesome, and wish you well in the future days ahead. And what do I na de hoda hon goyon dak na to ho wa ne I na gai hoin dak na de what de to gonna honyo. And on da ne ge go da ji swa da ho si os gai hoin go sawado. Ne henji do ho canto son go ya di son gwa we gonna honyo. Ne ho izat scano do not tonyo. Ne and we he in ji do ya na hon gwa ne go ska de ji do rat no honyo ne to gai ni jok tok na hon gwa ne go. And on in a jiro trovi, Nasa Homanja de Dono Hadded one Hokwa. They say how do you go to the Gadrakwa? Nego to Nada Hodat the Guego Hianta on Ato, Wanzaki. Nate and Dodaway and Oni, Nascar de Tino Honyo, Nasa Homanja de Dono Hadded one Hokwa. Nego to Nada Hodat the Guego Hianta on Ato, Wanzaki. Nate again your talk now, Hongwani go. And on in a and jiro trovi, Nasa Hawaiian and that's a Hawanja. Na hoi wakasan gwa hodai horonyo touch negi sa na hawayan an he. Ne na hona ni ranyo na da hodat sa goi hon. Ne na ungodrat swio doga sa goi hoi na da hodat yung goi hone get gedrift denk ni. Ne na ndodawaya noni na skat ditin honyo hodai horonyo touch negi sa na hawayan an he. Ne te ganyo tonk na hongwani gwa. And on in na hand wa trovi. Ne silwago on us gonna die yo. Oi hawana touch what's Nate dosa high point what's a noun song way hang on hand on how much for the yongi. Nate and Rodaway noni, na the Servona Honyo, Silvago on us gonna die yo, Nate again you took now, one go on. And Adina and Jiro Trovi, na gay nung with dog, gay had the Alhiak Kiono na dioki, and you don't. Nate and with that swio, dogas cano do not know. Nate and Rodaway noni, na the Tino Honyo. Na gay young with dog, had the Alhiak Kiono dioki, and you don't. Nate again you took now, one go on. And on the na jiro trovi na hahagi gong hide hanagri sangoyedi son. Nate son to santo nate scan no I do not know. Nate na ungudrat swio dogas to hawi na hodani don't shut. Nate na dodaway noni na the silver no hanyo na gong hide handro sangoyedi so. Nate again ni jok tok na hangwani go. And on the na agree honek na scanos one of the na to survive na young work squad and Nate again you tok na hangwani go. Be kind to yourself and be kind to your fellow human beings. Now, let's go and get.
Thank you, Kieran, President Tai, Chancellor Brathwaite, and Derek for your words, and congratulations once again to all of our award recipients. In a moment, we will rise together for the singing of our national anthem. Following the anthem, the academic and graduate processions will recess to music performed by local Indigenous artists. I invite you to remain standing at your seats until the processions have left the hall. After the ceremony, graduates may collect their diplomas and return their regalia in the Convention Center, where you checked in. Diploma distribution will close 1 hour following the ceremony. We ask that only graduates enter the diploma distribution area. Graduates and their guests are then warmly invited to continue the celebration at the Alumni Welcome event at the David Braley Health Sciences Center just down the road at 100 Main Street West. This relaxed gathering offers an opportunity to celebrate with family and friends, take photos with regalia that will be available for you to use there, and connect with the McMaster alumni community. Please join now in the singing of our national anthem. Following the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.